Yo, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's good. It's good. Just
I like
enjoying the.
your intro. That's pretty sick.
I appreciate that. How to put it together real quick. So,
That's talent.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I have. When you do your own thing, when you come up with your own designs and stuff, it's always like a little tricky to like. You always have your own criticism. Then you show somebody or someone sees it, they're like, "Oh, it looks good," and then you're like, "Yeah, it's all right." It's just one of those things, man.
They always say you're your own worst critic, like you're
Yeah.
hardest on yourself, and other people are like, "Damn, that looks good." Like
Yeah.
I like your little AR. That's sick.
I
Did you
appreciate that,
did you
man.
design that?
Yeah, I did
That's
that.
awesome.
Did the intro. So I do like graphic design
Yeah,
just by choice, by hobby, whatever. I like
yeah,
it. Used to do jerseys and t-shirts and all that crap. So it's just fun for me. So whenever I get a chance to be able to do stuff like that, I try to do it.
yeah. I don't have a graphic design bone in my body, man. I'm not. This, I've never been good at that. Like I always look at people that are that do that, or I see like different designs, and like even like our marketing team,
Hmm.
here at the company, like just the way that graphic design works in people's minds, it blows me away. Like some of the I could never. I don't have a. I can't see that and then create something. I'm just terrible at that.
Yeah, if it was on pen and paper, dude, I would look like a kindergarten. Like I
Yeah,
can't do like
yeah.
art like that. When it
And
comes to the computer, it's
yeah.
easier.
Well, what's crazy too is I'm extremely artistic when it comes to drawing. So
uh,
like my great
Not me.
grandfather, he's passed away, but he's a phenomenal artist. I mean, Disney wanted him to draw for him, and I mean the guy is incredible. And there are only a few of us that I know in the family that got his art skills. A couple of my cousins and myself, and so I can draw, but I cannot. I don't have like even for me with drawing, I'm not to the degree like some of my cousins are, where they can just look, they can just in their head, whatever's in their head, and then draw it. I have to actually look at something, and then I can look at it and then draw it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
That photographic memory for you ain't really there, but
No, but
when you
I can
gotta.
no, but I have them. I can remember numbers better than anyone. I mean, I think I know all my family's social security numbers by heart. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I have a hard time remembering mine, my kids. So I mean,
Yeah,
my phone numbers sometimes, dude, I can't even remember that. So
yeah.
numbers are not my forte. But
No.
while we're on numbers, why don't we tell some people who may not know you, people who may come across this about you, where what you're doing, what your business is, and where you're from.
So probably your followers don't know me. I've been but no, I'm in mortgage. I've been in mortgage for 19 almost 19 years, and it's I work for Academy Mortgage here in town, Yuba City, and just what I do. Been doing loans for since I was 21 years old. I don't really know anything else. So yeah, I focus on helping first time home buyers getting into homes for their first time. Repeat clients, anything related to first mortgage, what I do.
That's good. That's good. So, would you say, as far as being local, there's always that controversy of working with the local lender, not working with the local lender, something like that when it comes to, getting a loan, using a loan. How would you feel about that? I guess it may be biased, some may say, because you are local, but do you think there's a difference in that local lender, non?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously I'm going to respond, and the answer would be biased because absolutely, I think that 100%. You should work with a local lender, someone that's in the community and whatnot. But like, uh, uh, this message is coming over as I'm over here.
It's all good. It's all
Um,
good.
yeah, but so no, yeah, absolutely. But outside of the bias part of it is I actually have, and in recent, and this to be true, have saved multiple deals
Hmm.
recently within the last like 30 days on three different occasions that we're working with outside lenders, and it was just falling apart. And there is something to be said about having a local panel of appraisers that live in the community that we hand choose, that we know personally, um, and not that we have any impact or any influence over what the appraiser does, but just the simple fact that, dude, I feel like I'm looking sideways. I'm fix my damn camera. Hold on. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, it's just the way the camera is. I
I'm
love
like,
it. Dude, now you're straight though. Now you're perfect. It's just because
all
the
right,
screen.
yeah, dude, let me do this. You got to put me in a studio with like professional
We'll
cameraman
be
or
sure.
something. Yeah.
Next time we'll do it at the same spot, so we have the mic together and we're
Yeah,
just on
I
the
need your
same
little,
camera.
fancy little circle light. Hit my good side.
It's dark. It's dark in the room, bro. So I gotta get the light when I can, man.
I thought it was cool showing my skydiving picture, but then my face is like this. I'm like, oh, that's not working.
Well, speaking
Anyways,
of
yeah,
skydiving, dude, I have my brother-in-law really wants me to go skydiving with him, and I'm
dude,
like,
it's the best.
I don't
It's the
know.
best. I've done it twice now, and obviously I'm alive, so right.
Well, I don't know,
How do you measure success in skydiving? Well, I'm here to talk about it. Right?
Well, shit, you for the second time now, so that's the best part about it.
Yeah,
But it's
so
crazy, dude. I don't even like getting on planes, let alone getting in a plane and then
I don't
jumping
like
out of
getting
it.
on planes either, and not because I'm afraid to fly. I'm claustrophobic, and then there's people next to me. I don't like people who are all right next to me. And I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing ever. When you skydive, you're literally attached to an instructor, right? And
Yeah.
you're in a tinier plane, like a little prop job, and you're smashed in there back to back
Yeah.
in rows with like 25 other people. So talk about claustrophobic, but you're only in the air for like 15 minutes and then you're out,
Is there
I'll tell
different
you this,
heights?
I've done it twice and it's the funnest thing you'll ever do. Like I've done, any roller coaster in the world you could think of. Like
Nope, not
I've
me.
been on, I love extreme sports. I've always been an extreme sports junkie, but skydiving's like nothing else, dude. It really is. You don't even have that sensation of falling. It's crazy. I can't describe it, but you got to try it.
Maybe I may try. It's been on the list of things I need to do, but I can't come around to saying, you know what, today I just want to go jump out of a plane and maybe touch the ground and be
He said
alive,
maybe,
like
and maybe, and
like,
maybe touch
like
the
that's
ground.
my thing, dude. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that or not. Like that's and then you're strapped to somebody and like you have, I don't know, it's like driving a car. Like I want to be in control when I'm driving a car. I hate sitting
I get you.
passenger.
I get you.
I hate sitting in the back.
I know. You know what's funny about that is like it's ironic because like I'm someone that wants to be in control of my life, all aspects of my life. But I don't even have a parachute when it's this dude that's got a parachute. So like if this thing don't open, I don't even have control to like, okay, well, let me see if mine opens. No, you ain't got one. It's on his back, So,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. That's trippy, bro. I'd have to be there when they put everything together to make sure that thing's popping out. Like that's how like, trusting, I guess you could say I am.
I'm not just to be stupid. I don't even know if it's a trusting, just be, but hey, I've done it twice and I live to tell the story. So
Yep. No, that's cool,
Yeah.
man. Maybe we'll have to do that together one day. I know we won't be jumping together. I don't know if I can have you on my back pulling a string, but
I wouldn't trust me either. Hey, I wouldn't trust myself. That's why I do a tandem jump because I don't trust you could pay more that they have like a thing where it's like $500 or $1,000. I don't even know how much it is now. It's expensive, but you get like 10 jumps and like 4 of them are solo jumps. And like you go through a class and then they teach you how to pack your own chute. No, thank you. I'd rather jump with somebody that's jumped like 5,000 times and I'm good.
Yep. Nope,
No.
I can't even organize a pantry right. I'm not packing a parachute, dude. Like I'm not doing it.
I know. No.
That's killer, man. That's killer. Well, I love the topic. I love being able just to see. This is what's cool about you, and that I've been able to come across with you is no matter when we're talking business, doing things, the way it goes, it's just always just on a personal level. We're just always cool, shooting the shit, so to say. Like it's real fun, man. So.
Yeah, you gotta keep it real. It can't always be just so serious in life, man. I've always been one that's just, I like to have fun. I'm light, I'm chill. Like I just like to have fun, man. Life should be, it's short, right? You know how many people go around, they talk about, oh, life's short, live it to the fullest, but they don't. They just say it. I live that shit to the fullest. I live my life.
That's cool, bro. That's like how you have to do it, man. I think one thing, you were prior military, right?
Yeah.
You did military. So just doing that, that's one thing, dude, that I think just being in doing experiencing the world, so to say, it kind of opens you to make moves to, I don't know, you see things differently in other places, and that's what really kind of just helps you grow as a person and realize like, damn, we're not just in this little area. Like there's more to this than just us and what's here, you know?
Yeah,
So
for sure. I think
that,
life should be really about perspective, right?
mhm.
And you can have moments where things get to you, or you get overwhelmed, or you get stressed, but overall, like, perspective is everything. And so you can always look at your situation, and there's someone that's got it 10 times worse than you, man. So we're blessed to be in the business we're in. We're blessed to be to do the things that we do and have the freedoms we have. And I don't take that for granted. My life changed at 21 years old for the best, for the better, when I got into this industry. And when I say that, like, it hasn't always been easy, man. I went through the crash.
Mm,
This industry is not always easy, and it takes some grit, right? But
right.
if you work hard, like in anything else, you reap the rewards of it. So, you know, that's kind of why, like, I love this industry, and as up and down as it is, it's still I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Yeah. No, I completely get you, man. I made that jump from my 9 to 5, being the only source of income. I
Yeah,
made that jump with 2 months of, I guess, savings to last me. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do
yeah,
this, and I'm going to put it all. So you've been in the industry, the business of this whole real estate, lending, mortgage, all that stuff a lot longer than I have. I
yeah,
mean, you've been doing it for 21 years, and or I mean, since you were 21, I guess I should say.
yeah.
And I'm sitting at, 10 years over
And you're still
21. So,
21.
so all I know is that I trust you a lot when it comes to this stuff. And I've learned so much from you, to be completely honest. Like just random questions or going through, we've done business together, and I've sent you some people and some clients, and the transactions that we have been through, man, like some of the things that I learned through it, I'm like, damn, I didn't really know that. But because you prepped me for that coming up, dude, it's like, it's hard to come across people that you could just say, yep, I'll take his word for it, like, and that's
Yeah,
how I feel like with Steve and Kelly, man. Like anytime that it comes to real estate, it's like I ask them a question, and when they give me a response, or they say, well, this is how it should be, or done, or it's like, all right, like, cool. If that's that, like, my whole trust is in them, because I mean, they've been doing it for so long. They know what they're doing. They're established. Like you said, you've
yeah,
been through the ups and downs.
yeah. I
So,
think it's important to have that group of people within your industry and all sides of it, that you can trust that they're giving you the right information, and that they're doing what's best for your clients. And honestly, trust is a big factor of what we do, right? Your clients trust
mhm.
you. You have to trust your lender. You have to trust your mentors, your coaches, all of the people that you're investing your time in, and they're investing their time in you. There's got to be that constant level of trust there, that they have, that everybody has each other's best interest. And I think that what we've been able to build in a short time between you and I, and just kind of grooming you, like you grooming yourself, and like getting your business up and running, it's pretty pretty epic, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I do owe a lot to the people surrounding me, honestly. Like you said, you've watched me since, I mean, probably my first deal that I've been in. I've been hanging around you guys, being around you guys. Speaking of, when's the next luncheon?
It's
I'll-
hey, Roland, yeah. So always, you talking about our over here, Academy?
Yeah, Academy.
Hey, every third Thursday, every single month, we don't skip a beat. So it's the 21st of this month,
21st of this month.
and we'll have, we switch it around. I think we're gonna have Jim come back, Rolling Stone Pizza. He always brings the good vibes. So I think we're gonna do him again. So yeah, it'll be bring all your friends and family, bring everyone, bring them all out. We're here to feed the
Yeah.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had somebody reaching out to me talking about they were thinking about Ake Taco, or however you say the name, right? Aki
Aki
Taco.
Taco. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know we had them, what, like 2 events ago we had them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were the hit.
Somebody mentioned about
Everybody
them.
loved it.
They did, and they asked me, they're like, "Have you ever had this?" I was like, "I had them. It was at Academy. It was bomb. If you guys are gonna use them, I would recommend them because
Yeah.
they use them, and I know everyone loved it." So,
Yeah.
but Rolling Stone, that's funny. I just told Alina yesterday. I was like, "Man, I really want some pizza with jalapenos on it." Like I never had it, and Rolling Stone dude had, you know, the pepperoni with the jalapenos on it and the pepperoncinis. And I was like,
Yeah, he did.
"That's
That's
funky."
yeah. He has a pickle one. I don't.
Is that what was on there too? Pickles?
Yeah, that I think he calls it. I think it's what is that called?
We'll have to ask him.
Dude, no, I know. Now I don't know the name, but like he has a funny name for it. Shoot, what is that called? I want to say something like Jimi Hendrix, but it ain't what it's called. It ain't Jimi Hendrix.
maybe,
Jimi
maybe with
Hendrix.
some.
I can totally see Jim doing that though.
Yeah,
You know, Jim's a he's a rocker like that. But I forget
yeah.
what the name of it is. But yeah, no, it's got pickles on it.
I think that's what it was, and it was the pepperoncinis and pickles. Maybe it
Yeah,
wasn't even
that's what it is.
jalapenos,
Yeah, yeah. What
but it
the heck
was
is
like,
the name of that damn pizza? Now I forgot.
I don't know. We'll have
If
to tag
anybody
him in
knows,
this.
tell them to message you right now while we're on
I know.
live
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to
because
have
they know
someone
the name of
comment or
it.
tag it.
Yeah, it's something like that. Not Jimi Hendrix. I don't know where the hell I got Jimi Hendrix from, but
Just Rolling
yeah,
Stone, man. He's one of the greats, so it has, you know, have to throw his name in there.
yep, yep.
You know.
Jimi Hendrix is amazing. But
So,
so yeah. What you said, you had a couple people that had some questions that they wanted answers to.
yep, I was just about to tell you that. I reached out to a couple people just to see, you know, what questions they might have had or what questions they come across or think about, you know, whenever it comes to loans or buying a home, things like that.
Yeah.
So I'll hit you with 3 or 4 of them, answer them. I know you'll have answers for them anyway, so it's not like it's going to be tricky. My personal one though that everyone keeps asking me about is USDA loans. So
Okay.
any information or anything like that on a USDA loan, you know, whether what it qualifies or what you can do, buy, anything like that that you could give us, I think that'd be great.
Yeah. So I mean, USDA is it's obviously it's a rural loan, so you've got to be it's
Mhm.
got to be in a rural area. Obviously, we'll put the address in, and it'll tell us whether or not the house is eligible for USDA financing or not. Typically, anything west of township, all the way out, Calusa and all that's going to be all USDA eligible. Live Oak, Gridley. That's those types of areas. Some places, District 10, you're going to probably have some area out there. So USDA is a tricky one. I don't do a lot of them. I've done a lot in my career, but I don't
Mhm.
do a lot of them. They're harder and harder now than they ever were before. They're very, very strict on debt to income ratios. So if you look at USDA's requirement, first off, it's they have max income limits, so you can't
Mm.
make over a certain amount based on your family size, right? So and they also have very tight debt to income ratios where your housing ratio, and so without getting into too much technical terms, your front end housing ratio, meaning your mortgage payment that you're qualifying at, so your principal and interest, property taxes, homeowners insurance, and PMI, all of that divided into your qualifying income is your housing ratio, right? That's your front end ratio. USDA doesn't like that over 29%. That's really,
Mm.
really low. And with
Mm.
interest rates as high as they are now, an income in California just does not keep up with the inflation of home prices. So it's very hard to get people at a 29% housing ratio when your average mortgage payment is like $2,500 a month. So it's a very hard one to do. And typically it doesn't give you an approval over that unless you have really, really high credit. So
Mm.
USDA is a tough one. There is no down payment requirement, which is nice. You have to, you can't own another home. So you can only have
Just
one
that
home.
primary one.
Yeah, you can't just like rent that out and go. You can't have another home.
Okay.
And the other thing too with it is like I said, you're restricted to rural areas. So it doesn't, it's not open. If you want to live in Yuba City, you're not getting a USDA loan, right? So, but
Mm.
they're harder loans to qualify for. I would say, in my opinion, probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, loan to actually get
Okay.
ran and get people into. Um, you know, with that being said, it's available. We all have the option to do them. I don't know, you know, I know a lot of colleagues in this industry, and I don't know people that are doing a ton of USDA loans. You know, my old manager back years and years ago when I was at Prime Lending, he did tons of USDA loans. That was like he lives up in
His
Red
thing.
Bluff. He lives up in
Oh,
Red
okay.
Bluff. So yeah, so that's all he did up there. It was all rural. So he was very good at it, and he did it. And you know, I think from a lender, from a lending standpoint, I think every market is different, right? So if you're in the Bay Area, well, your niche is going to be probably jumbo loans, right? So you're going
Right.
to be really good at jumbo loans, and you know, same thing with our market, right? So you know, here we stick to more of the conventional style financing, you know, your
Mm-hmm.
FHA, a lot of VA stuff because we have the base right here. So we do a lot of
Mm-hmm.
VA.
Mm-hmm.
I love VA. That's my favorite loan, hands down. I love my veterans. I love the military, but it's the greatest loan. I feel like on the market, it's the most lenient loan. Obviously, you have to be a veteran. You have to have entitlement. You have to be either
Mm-hmm.
active duty or veteran. You know, if you were in reserves, you need 6 years in the reserves to be able to even be eligible for VA. So but it is my favorite loan. You know, you have FHA conventional, and obviously with the home prices going up, and the fact that FHA just increased their max loan amount in our area up to 420,000. That's huge because it was hard to get people in as home prices were going up. You have a lot of FHA buyers, you know, and I
Mm-hmm.
think, you know, that's our area is historically is a higher government loan area. That's probably not been the case the last couple of years, just with you know, the equity position that people have and how low interest rates have been. A lot of people have taken advantage of conventional financing, you know. So, but USDA is that, and like I said, we do them. I don't do a lot of them, and I don't really get too in depth in them because I mean, I just ran one for a client of mine yesterday who's buying up in Penn Valley, and I have him in a conventional loan. He goes online, he starts researching USDA, and I told him, I said, hey, the likelihood of you qualifying for USDA is slim to none, but I'll check. And
Right.
sure enough, he doesn't. You know, his debt to income
Okay.
ratios are too high, and so you know, USDA also calculates all household income, even if they're not on the loan, as far as from
Mm.
a from not to qualify for the loan, but it to meet the income requirements, right? So you know, if you have grandma living in the house and she gets Social Security, you got to calculate that. You have to add that into the total income, so that may throw you out of even being eligible for USDA. So
Yeah, no, dude. Honestly, you just like taught me 20,000 things that I didn't know. Like people ask.
retention will be everything, though.
Hey, no, honestly, that's the cool thing about this being recorded and live. I could go back and I'm gonna watch this like I was studying for an exam because I promise you, I have so many people talk about USDA loans, and I'm like,
Yeah,
honestly, that's a lender question because
yeah,
I'm not even gonna give you any wrong info. I mean, I kick anybody to a lender anyways before I try and talk to them about loans. I know the basics, what the down payment is and all that stuff.
right,
But it's crazy what you
right.
went on to say about VA, FHA, all those things. Because another question that I got and that people come across is like, what's your most flexible loan? I know it's going to depend on the person, but as far as the loan, which one would you say is most flexible?
VA.
VA?
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard. You can't really compare VA to other loans because not everybody's eligible for VA. So
Eligible for it.
me saying that, it's like that's fine, but it's only available to veterans and active
Mm-hmm.
duty military, right? So
Right.
it is the easiest loan. It is the most lenient loan. I mean, I've closed VA loans with debt to income ratios at 65%. VA,
That's insane.
it's insane. It is insane. You know, as long as they have the residual income needed, then that's all VA really cares about. VA guidelines are very vague. They leave a lot up to the lenders to determine and to make decisions on. VA, they want to lend to the veterans, and so
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's a lot more you can do with a VA loan that you can't do with other loans. So it is the most lenient, but yeah, it's not offered to any and everyone. If
To
you're not a
everybody,
veteran or
yeah.
you're not active duty, you know, you're not getting a VA loan.
You don't get that flexibleness thing,
Yeah. You know,
No.
the other thing that's great about VA is you don't put a down payment and you have no
Mm-hmm.
PMI. So you can buy way more house. They're way more flexible on debt to income ratios. I mean, you can, like I said, I've gotten them approved at 65% total, back end ratio, and no problem. And we'll close the loan all day long. Why? Because it's just so lenient, right? And the only thing about VA that is the one downfall, or I wouldn't say downfall, but the one thing that throws you out of a VA loan is VA. The only thing they're strict on, I should say, is if you have any late payments in the most recent 12 months, 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10 now, like you will not get an approved eligible finding on your AUS findings, because VA in the last 12 months, that's what they care about the most. So you'll get a refer, and you cannot manually underwrite that. And I'm getting into technical terms that people don't even understand, but you just can't do that loan basically now. So if you have a clean 12-month payment history on your credit report with everything, you're fine. VA is the easiest loan in the world to do.
Yeah, and honestly, man, I don't think it's too technical, to be honest with you, because I myself don't even know what they mean, but I'm understanding what you're saying, and it just makes me want to ask you more questions about it.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you like I said, man, it's when you talk to a professional, it is hard to not want to sit there and continue to talk to them. I asked you one question and you answered like 6 of my other ones already. So it's like, it's just the way it goes, man.
That's the lender hat. I mean, it's because it's not just, the thing is, a lot of people, people call and they ask one question, but there's so much more to loans. Like, I mean, I've been doing this a very long time, and there is so much inside of a loan and with guidelines and what you can and can't do. It's not like, people call all the time, like, what's today's rate? Well, that's a loaded question. Like, there is no today's rate. That's not how it works. Do you want me to break down how the market works, how interest rates are, how rate sheets are created, how margins are created? It's not just, people think like, oh, well, hey, what's today's rate? Well, let me show you a rate sheet. There's 15 rates.
Yeah.
It goes from 5.625 down to 2.75. And let me tell you about, where your sweet spot is, and what the points are associated to get those rates, why those rates are what they are, why is there points with those rates. Like, there's so much to learn, and you can't, customers just want to hear what's the rate, and so there's not just that's why when you say that, it's funny, because there is way more in depth in what we do than just, there's a VA loan. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means a lot of things.
Yeah, man, that's so crazy, because the biggest topic is, what are the rates? Why is everyone talking about rates going up? And I'm like, I sit there and I think, and I'm like, well, you're freaking out over them going up, but do you know what they were? And do you know how much it's gone up? Like, it's not what everyone's thinking. It's 10% now. And it's, oh, this guy just got approved at 8%. Okay, well, why? Every person's situation is going to be different, and that's something I get on the real estate side of things too, is people ask me one question and I'm like, well, they'll say, well, what if we do this? What would that mean? Well, I don't know, because what are the other outside factors of, well, how much would you estimate we would have to pay for this? And I don't know that either, because are you looking at a home with a well? Are you looking for septic? Is it new? Is it old? Is it, what I mean? Like, there's all these things that go into just, not really, it's not a lot going into it, but every scenario is different, I should say. And that's what I just think confuses a lot of people, is they're afraid to ask the question because it's more than what they want.
And we could talk for hours on end, and we'd be the only ones on here listening to ourselves talk. But
well, we did have Keith Glenn right here. It said Team Academy. Let's go. I'm not too sure who Keith is, but hey.
That's my assistant.
There you go. What's up, Keith? How you doing? I'm Angel. Give me a follow. No, just play.
He'll follow anyone. He's good with that. Yeah. No, man. I mean, there's a lot. We could talk for days and days on each program and product, and it would just lose people. But I think the main point is, hey, make sure you have a good trusted team that has your best interest, that you're working with a lender that knows what they're doing. A local lender is very important. I've got a lot of colleagues in the industry in this town, and I champion them all, man. I'm not, I know there's a lot of people that are, they've got negative feelings or whatever. I don't. I champion everyone, man. I like to see everyone successful. I don't have a scarcity mindset at all. I'm all about, hey, you know, this business is an amazing business to be in. And, you know, I've helped several people get into this business and change their lives, and I champion them, man. I'm happy for them. I think it's great. So, you know, work with a local lender. I'm here to help anyone that needs help. Like, you know, obviously I've got great relationships with a lot of great agents that, you know, I work with consistently, you being one of them. And so, you know, it's good to be on here and chat with you, man.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, bro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna throw this up there real quick so you guys could see that. Keith just shouted out that 7-day close. He helped out with that. That's right. He helped out, man. Like I said, man, I have a lot of trust in you guys. I definitely do appreciate all the help you guys shoot. And it's not just them. You know, buyers come to me and they already have a lender. They already have people they're working with. And I still call Chris. You know, I'll call you and I'll say, hey, man, this is what came up. You know, what's the options? What can we do at this point in time? And I could tell you're not the type, and I'm letting you guys online or whoever ends up watching this know that if you have a question, I know he'll answer it, you know, and just, you can't be afraid to ask. You definitely got to ask.
Yep.
And that's probably the biggest thing.
So many agents I work with, they'll call me on deals that I'm not even working on, that they run into problems, they have questions and stuff, and they'll call me. I don't care. I'm here to help everyone, man. I like to see everyone be successful, and you know, if you work hard, you deserve it. You know, if you work hard, you deserve everything that comes from that hard work. Like, I'm not I have no jealousy I'm here to help all my agents. I don't care if the buyer's mine or not. So I do run into a lot of people that they're very jealous. They're very you know, oh my God, you know, working with that agent, or you're working with this lender. It's like, I don't really care. I don't. I'll break bread with anyone. I don't care, and I'll help anyone. At the end of the day, I don't, you know, there's enough food for all of us to eat. I don't have a scarcity mindset, man. I don't have a scarcity mindset at all.
That's for sure, man. That's my biggest thing. And I think I got that passed on to me from the people that I focus on in real estate. Is they're there for everyone. You know, like I said, if you're in a pickle and you don't know what to do, and as far as an agent goes, I mean, I'm here to help. You know, I do it all the time. And that's one of the things. It's you're not going to grow. You're not going to learn if you just focus on yourself. You know, the more you put into others, the better you're going to be. Yeah, definitely. So
you gotta champion other people, and you gotta be available to other people and give other people opportunities. And you know, at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they do with the opportunities. But you know, I'm here to help.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you jumping on. I would ask you more questions, dude, but you literally answered like the top 7 questions that people asked me. So that's cool, bro. So I guess from here, we'll have to plan a skydiving trip. We'll have to plan a golf trip, because I got to see how you are with them clubs. And from there, I guess until the next transaction, or until we hop on another live to feed the people some more.
I'll see you in 20 minutes.
All right, dude. Well, I appreciate you, man.
All right, man.
Well, we got Rolling Stone 21st. Is that who we're doing?
Rolling Stone 21st.
12 o'clock?
Noon. Yeah, come on.
All right. I'll be there.
If you don't get here by noon, I'm going to eat all the food. So
I'll probably take a box home with me, so don't worry.
All right.
All right, dude.
Thanks,
Take
man.
it easy. Yes,
Take
sir.
it easy. See ya.